Welcome to Sunrise. On today's show, we've got a wonderful plethora of different guests. Coming up first, we've got Tara Marie, and they are going around helping people with physical, emotional and mental issues. And without any further delay, let's meet them. So Tara Marie, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me about your story.
Well, I come from a very, very different background to the therapy work I do now. I used to work in the music industry and I ran my own business for many, many years, managing superstar DJs. And I travelled all over the world and I had this very exciting career. And from the outside looking in, life looked really good. However, in truth, I was suffering. My anxiety levels were through the roof. I felt completely overwhelmed with my responsibilities, with my family at home as a mum, and my career. And I wasn't very happy. Didn't have much inner peace at all. And a friend of mine recommended I go and see a guy called Les Flitcroft, who worked with energy and did a modality called Pranic healing. And I was desperate, so I would try anything, even though I was fairly sceptical. And I went along and I had a couple of sessions with Les, and it completely changed my life. Wonderful. So I ended up training in the modality, and now this is what I do.
So with the healing, what is it?
So pranic, or comes from the word prana, which is a Sanskrit word for energy. The Chinese call it qi, as in Tai Chi. The Japanese call it ki. You might have heard of Reiki, Aikido. And even though we can't see this energy, it's all around us and it affects every area of our life. We also have an energy system or an energy field that surrounds our physical body. Scientists are calling it the bioplasmic system, and it's like the blueprint for our physical and our emotional health. When we get very, very stressed, we create a thing called stress energy, and it congests our energy field, our energy system. So over time, a physical condition or a psychological condition can arise. So we can, with pranic healing, we can clear away unhelpful energy from your energy field and put in good, fresh stuff, so your body can heal itself properly, and you can have a very good mental state, and also your energy levels can be very, very, very boosted quite significantly as well. So
is that what happened to you as well, Marie? Were you healed? Is that how you got involved with it all?
Yeah, I was. I'd never tried any complementary therapy before. My background, I was mum of 4 at home, trying to cope, but wasn't coping very well. And I knew I was stressed, but I was suppressing the stress. But then one morning I woke up and I just couldn't breathe, and I had a long-term history of asthma. The medical profession thought I was having an asthma attack. I was in hospital for a week. No one could diagnose what was going on with me because I had no history of mental health problems. And one nurse came into my room and he said, "You're having panic attacks, Marie, you're not having asthma attacks." And that scared the life out of me, and I discharged myself from the hospital. However, the panic attacks were still there, and they still came. So within a very short period of time, I was put into psychiatric care. I was in and out of that psychiatric care for 2 years, and that was absolutely necessary at that time because I was so poorly. Lots of different medication under different therapists for CBT therapy, and it was wonderful. However, when I came out of their care, as soon as I started coming off the medication, the symptoms started coming back. So before my breakdown, I'd had... That's where it's going.
Don't worry, don't worry.
So before my breakdown, I'd had headaches for 11 years, and the headaches came back. And I was still having panic attacks as well, so they came back really bad. So then I started researching some complementary therapy, and I found pranic healing. So I went along and I was completely sceptical. I sat in this guy's room and he started waving his hands about, and I thought, what on earth is this guy doing? This is a load of rubbish, this just isn't going to work. But actually my body relaxed, so I knew something was going on because my body felt tense all the time. So I decided to go back, and I went back, and within about 6 sessions, my headaches that I'd had for 11 years are completely gone. I've never had a panic attack since I had my first session.
Oh my gosh.
And my life has completely transformed. So I decided, when I was really poorly, I just looked around at everybody around me in the hospital and thought, it's just hideous. And when I get better, I want to help people. So I decided to do the courses, and now I'm in a wonderful position where I help people who are like I used to be.
And you both, I mean, you've got this lovely air about you. You both seem very, very calm. And, you know, we hear about mental health issues. It's very much in the headlines all the time because people are recognising that there are struggles that aren't necessarily a wound to the hand, that's something more obvious, that, you know, people do internalise, and that's how it manifests itself with panic attacks, anxiety, all sorts of issues. So it is great if you can find something that helps you with this, and clearly the pranic healing does. In fact, I wish I'd known about you a few years ago because I was really struggling with panic and anxiety. So I really sympathise, empathise, in fact, with anybody that's ever had those struggles. And if you can help them through it, how marvellous.
And actually, if you can learn the techniques for yourself, it's just incredible, you know. And I think that's when people say what's so special about this therapy, this pranic healing. So I think the genius is that within literally a 2-day course, you can leave that 2 days with practical skills and knowledge that you can help and heal yourself of backache, migraines, insomnia, stress, anxiety, blood pressure problems. I mean, it really is phenomenal. And I have students, you know, I teach it, and I have students that come away and they'll call me the next week and they think, I just, you know, my husband hasn't slept properly for 8 years, and I've just done this insomnia treatment and he slept through for 8 hours. Couldn't have been me. I said, it was you. It's very systematic. Everyone can learn it if you need help with any area of your life. So it's for everyone. It's not just for people who want to become a therapist or a healer. It's people who want to have a toolkit to help any area of their lives.
So what is it then? What do you do? How do you move the energies? Because I realise we've all got these energy fields. I mean, even if your child falls over, you give them a hug and a rub, and your energies you transfer.
So you're moving energy,
you know, and that's healing. So, is it what is it?
So by using so we have an energy field that's made up of energy centres. By using certain hand techniques and hand movements, you might have seen people do Tai Chi?
Yes.
They're actually moving energy. So in a similar fashion, we can use the sensitivity in our hands to scan the body to detect where there might be unhelpful energy. And by using certain hand movements, we can clear away the diseased energy and then put fresh, clean energy in. So we can demonstrate, you know, we can demonstrate.
I would love it, absolutely.
Okay, so how are you feeling right now?
Well, actually, I do feel a little bit, I mean, I'm feeling fine and relaxed now, but when there's a full moon, I do always feel a little bit heightened. I'm not a werewolf or anything like that.
My husband can't sleep on a full moon.
Well, yes, so I do, I always feel a little bit more excitable than normal. So a little bit of calming energy would be wonderful. Okay, please.
So I got a spray. So I'm going to use. I'm not going to spray you. We use the spray. So when I'm cleaning any unhelpful energy, I need to keep my hands and my arms clean. So this is a alcohol lavender spray.
Right.
So all I need you to do, Sunita, is remain uncrossed. Okay, so no crossed legs, no crossed hands.
Okay, can we carry on talking while this is happening? Or maybe Marie can actually talk us through it and what's happening. I'll just relax.
So just if you put your palms up, just close your eyes, and Marie can maybe explain what I'm doing.
Okay.
And we'll give you a quick healing, and maybe if you just become very aware of your body and see if you can feel any sensations.
Okay, so what Tara's doing is we're taught in the class to use specific hand movements. So now what she's doing is she's just scanning the energy centres, and now she's starting the treatment.
It's interesting when you talk about full moon. Now what happens with the full moon is that a huge amount of energy comes down to our planet, and it amplifies or magnifies whatever's going on within the individual. So that's why we talk about the werewolf, and actually if you're an emotional person, it will heighten your emotions during the full moon period. So it's a good time to have a healing because the energy's stronger.
So Tara's now cleansing the energy system of any unhelpful energies.
A lot of us hold a lot of tension around the solar plexus area. Have you heard of, are you familiar with the solar plexus? It's right in the hollow of the ribs. It's an energy centre where we hold a lot of stress, anxiety, and if we can clean or remove the unhelpful energy from that, we can relax. Our breathing becomes better, our diaphragm relaxes, and it calms us down as well.
And this is, I do definitely feel sort of lighter, and I feel, it's bizarre.
You do have to validate it and feel it for yourself, don't you?
A lot of people say, once they have the healing, they do feel lighter. That's because when your energy field is congested with stress energy actually has a degree, a mass, and that's why people feel quite heavy when you feel bogged. You feel bogged down, you feel weighted down when you're very, very stressed. Your physical body isn't tired; it's your energy system that's dragging you down. So once you clear away that diseased energy, you start to feel lighter, brighter. And have clearer thoughts around things as well.
And I know this is obviously a shortened version of it because we're restricted with time. But I definitely feel that I definitely feel relaxed and just.
And normal session would be about 45 minutes.
Right. Okay.
So if you'd like to open your eyes, are you okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fascinated. I'm intrigued, and I definitely want to learn more about this. And I know our director does as well, because he's got terrible back problems. So you'll be seeing him after the show. That's for sure. But yeah, this is all marvellous stuff, and it is something that people are now subscribing to. It's not hocus pocus, as I think people have maybe thought in the past.
Absolutely. I think people are more open-minded, and now we're working regularly with hospitals. We're working in some big corporates now as well, with people with mental health in the workplace is huge. Yes. Schools, colleges. You work in colleges, don't you, with relaxation groups?
I help a lot of children actually in schools. Teens who are struggling with their exams. Little ones, the transition from primary to junior school and senior school. There's a lot of stress and anxiety with children, and they're really receptive to the treatments because they've got no inhibitions.
Yeah, you're doing great work.
Yeah, and also we run free relaxation groups throughout the country now. I think there's over 200 a month running, where people can come and spend an hour to just learn relaxation techniques. We do this on a voluntary basis, and any donations we get we give to charities. So we support lots of children's hospices, homeless feeding programs for the homeless. If you go on to ukpranichealing.co.uk, you can find out about all the good work that we're doing, and also any of your local relaxation groups that you could attend.
And anything that we can let everyone know about, things like salt or burning sage. Is that all tied in with energies and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a really good tip if you've had a stressful day is to take a salt bath. Right. So if you have water draws energy and salt disintegrates it. So if you take a salt bath, it has to be a kilo of salt. It's got to be quite a substantial amount of salt. It doesn't have to be fancy salt, Himalayan pink salt, just normal ground salt from the ground. Bit of lavender oil. That will clean any stress energy out of your system and just relax you. And that's why we feel so good when we swim in the sea, because we're cleaning up our energy field of this sort of stress energy that drags you down. So it's a really good tip. 20 minutes in the bath and then rinse off.
Fabulous. I might recommend that to Sal, our director, as well.
We all need it. Yes. Even my kids ask for salt baths now. And I give my husband a salt bath.
Ladies, it was wonderful meeting you. Thank you very, very much. And carry on your